The opening of the Club Allure has disrupted the lives of our community. It has created insecurity and fear. Club Allure has opened its door right in the heart of our residential area. Although it has been rezoned in order to build it, even if you change the name and rezone it, it is still a residential area, for we live here. Our homes are located next to a strip club. Now we live next to an entertainment district. Really? The absurdity of this issue is that the village board approved the permit for this place, even when state law requires that no adult entertainment be open within 1,000 feet of schools, places of worship, or retirement centers. I am saddened and disheartened by the fact that our Lord has the possibility of opening its doors to human trafficking. It's the traffic, you know, and it's also the especially the neighbors closer, they say that they can hear the music themselves. Club Allure used to have the really bright lights before. Now they toned it down a little bit, and it's also the fights within, right? And there's also more activity, cars being stopped, and police are stopping them. So it's not as peaceful as it used to be. And like Dayana said, now she's afraid to go out on the streets because it's not safe. The parents are telling me, I can no longer let my children play on the street or in the alley behind us because they see that there's drug activity there.
Litter and late night driving and lights and noise and you know, other ill effects that have caused a depreciation in the quality of life here in this neighborhood. Irrefutable evidence that there is regularly occurring in Club Allure acts that qualify as the crime of prostitution under Illinois law, and nobody has a First Amendment right, which the opposition is claiming, to commit a crime. That the liquor licenses given to Club Allure are themselves in violation of Illinois state liquor laws. A tragic incident happened in late December where a bartender who had worked at Club Allure for only 2 months was allowed to leave the club in a condition that observers said was apparently very seriously under the influence, owing to either drugs or alcohol or a combination of both. She was allowed to leave, and she was en route to what we were told by other employees and by others was a private party in a hotel arranged by members, quote unquote, of Club Allure. En route to this party, this lady unfortunately crashed and was killed.
There are actual lives at stake here. And oftentimes we think of the community surrounding the club, but I'm also thinking about the individuals that work within that club. Zito was the love of my life. Getting emotional a little bit, but you have to understand that sometimes when clubs and companies open under false pretense, it leads to a lot of issues. It leads to attracting individuals just looking to make ends meet, just looking to pay bills. You know, she chose to work at this establishment. You know, so it can be easy money. It can help her get through school. Unsavory individuals, predators, gravitate towards establishments like this and prey on unsuspecting individuals, even that may work there, that are just there to live, that's just there to pay bills. How they present themselves is not what they actually are. You know, whether it's drugs, etc. There's a lot of things, a lot of unsavory things that go on there inside of those walls that just does not lead to anything positive or good. And I'm just hoping with the loss of her life, we could save future lives.
I'm 16 and I am a resident of Stone Park. I was out one night and my brother and I were on our bikes. It seemed like a calm night, but I didn't know I was being followed. A large black van with tinted windows all around was following us for 4 blocks before we saw it drive off. An incident like that hadn't happened before until Allure came into town. I can't go out at night in fear that something could happen. Stone Park is supposed to be a safe place, a family environment. At least that's what Mayor Missoula has been telling us. Now, with incidents like that, I don't feel safe anymore.
And we have on record that
Robert Itzko, one of the owners, actually said to the employee that if she spoke of it, that would be the last thing that she would do. We have police reports from 911 calls, placed many during the middle of the night, because fights have gone on in the parking lot of Club Allure. One fight involved 15 to 20 people that spilled out of the club into the parking lot. There was violence going on, people were being beaten up, and the police had to be called to break up the fight. Residents were awoken because of this disruption right in their backyard.
But Sean O'Brien quoted in the New York Times saying, "We treat these girls like our daughters." You'll see a posting on the employee-only Facebook page for Club Allure as part of a cover-up of exactly what happened with Zaira Lugo, the lady who was killed in December. Quote, "I'm going to tape your mouth shut and staple your face to the carpet," unquote. So much for treating people like their daughter. Well, lap dancing is a vague phrase that covers a lot of sins. There's more than, quote, lap dancing here. And we have the eyewitness testimony that we've turned over to law enforcement, and we're prepared to present it under oath in court. And is there authority for it? You betcha. We wouldn't have brought this claim unless we meant to back it up. The law in Illinois is what we have proof has happened here is clearly and irrefutably and indisputably been held by the Illinois Appellate Court to constitute, quote, prostitution, which is indeed the payment for acts that are intended, indeed, bodily contact for sexual gratification or arousal. And